my Gemstones, welcome back to my channel, Miss Gemini Talks. I wanted to come on here and give you guys an update. If you didn't know, in my previous videos, I had to get me an amniocentesis for my baby boy. If you don't know what an amniocentesis is, it's basically a genetic testing that they do where they stick a needle in your stomach, take some liquid from your amniotic sac fluid, and test that to see if there's any genetic problems. Okay, they test it, and they also do that type of testing with other stuff as well. Mine was for genetic issues, so they was going to do 2 tests. One was a micro test, that's like what, over 100 and something different genetic issues that can be possible that cause what's going on with my baby boy. Or they have another test that's just for Down syndromes and, you know, chromosome issues and stuff like that. Okay, now I got both of the test results back. My first round of testing was very normal, which I'm so thankful for, and my second round of tests was also normal. Okay, now that doesn't mean he's out the woods or anything. It just eliminates any other issues that could have made it a lot worse. So we're very, very thankful about that. And I don't know, I'm on cloud 9. Any type of good news is a blessing. Okay, so I'm very, very happy and thankful, and I want to say thank you guys for the prayers when it comes to that, because we needed it. Prayer is everything. Okay, now we still have to go and get another ultrasound, which is coming up in the next week, y'all, to see how, you know, his brain is developing, to see if anything gotten worse or hopefully gotten better. Okay, I'm going to give you guys an update on that, on what's going on. I appreciate you guys showing love. I'm tired, y'all. Look how big my belly is right now. Y'all, my nails look a mess. I'm so sorry, y'all. It broke. But look, I want to show y'all some videos of the babies kicking. I'm so in love with them, y'all. When I tell you, they are so cute and active in there. Me and Bay is just, he be reading them little stories already, you know, Cat in the Hat. And like, we like play with my stomach, like we be pushing it down and then they kick us back. It's so freaking cute. So I'm just gonna enjoy the moments and just be thankful, because that's all we have, you know, at the end of the day. So I'm thankful. But yeah, guys, stay tuned. Hey, my Gemstone. Don't mind the room, y'all. We get in this room together for the babies. That's why this bed is sitting up and all that. So it's really cluttered in here. So much to do. But we have an appointment today. A brain doctor, you know, that specializes in the brain. And we going to get more answers and information on what could be going on with our baby boy. It's no guarantee answers yet, because we don't have guarantee information. But from what it looked like so far, this doctor will be giving us more information on what could be going on, what can be the after effect, you know, what can be the diagnosis, if it's this and that. So, y'all, it's just so much. We had doctor's appointment this whole week. When I tell you I'm drained, I'm exhausted. But I'm staying positive for the most part. But I haven't been so drained in a long time. Tired. We got so much things to do. And it's just like you can't even focus because you're worried about this. But yeah, I'm going to try to record what he says in there. So like I said, I like to record, you know, the appointments when I can, even just the conversation, if I can get, you know, us on tape, because I like the information. I like it for my own knowledge, and just for anybody else that needs the knowledge as well. It would be for you if I could record. So stay tuned, guys. And if not, I'll just give you an update on everything that he says. Please, guys, I'm praying for a miracle, y'all. I'm praying for a miracle for my baby boy. I have nothing but faith. Everything will fall into place. I'm staying positive, y'all. So I'll be back, guys, with more info. Stay tuned.
How far along are you?
I am 22 weeks and almost 23 weeks.
So you get 22 weeks?
Yes, almost 23 weeks. Yeah, tomorrow will be 23.
Okay. I think it's a pretty soft finding, you know. In other words, listen, granted, it's a fetal MRI. It's not as good as an MRI alive, looking at your brain or my brain with a real picture, but and it's immature fetus, it's only, when was it done? Like a week or two ago?
Like a week ago, almost a week
Yeah,
ago.
so 21 weeks or something.
Yes.
And but it showed a normal appearing brain, it showed a normal appearing spinal cord, it showed, inside everybody's brain there's a water containing part called the ventricles. So that was normal, it wasn't enlarged. The baby's head size looked normal. The brain looked normal. There was one, they said that, with fetus B, that they were concerned they couldn't see the corpus callosum. With the corpus callosum it's like a tract of fibers that connects the right side to the left side of the brain.
Right.
And I think it's really a subtle finding in a scan. That's you can't bank on that. I mean, I would never go ahead and suggest a termination or something like that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, there are normal people out there who don't have a corpus callosum.
Right,
So,
that's what we've seen too.
The things that we're finding when we look on the internet and do our own Google research, which I know we were told not to do, they're much more similar.
Right.
Well, we were told by the last doctor, the ones who kind of gave us this finding, but everything we're finding is so much more similar to what you're telling us.
Yeah.
Like from talking to them, they gave us a very, very different,
really,
very scary,
super different impression. Like. First of all, they said it's not only the agenesis of the corpus callosum they're concerned of. They said there's other areas that they're concerned with in the brain. To quote the doctor, he said that it looks like mumbo jumbo and all raggedy in the brain material. Those were the actual words he used.
This is the radiologist?
No, this is the
maternal fetal medicine people.
Yeah.
And using words like
that is
it is way different than the words you used, and
were they recommending to you to
they didn't make recommendation. They said we just give you the options. It was something that was mentioned more than once though to us.
Very, and that's what we was really nervous about.
I want to go check. I just read it. I want to make sure I didn't read it incorrectly. I'm not.
Okay.
But I want to tell you incorrect information. I'm going to go back and look at it right now.
And he did like a couple sonograms as well, so I don't know if there's.
I'll look at the sonogram, but the MRI is so much better than the sonogram.
Right, that's what we were thinking too. But he said that
it's just so different from what we were told.
Give me 5 more minutes. Okay?
No problem.
No problem. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I think it's a stretch. They're calling it that there is an agenesis of the corpus callosum there.
They went from calling it potentially partial to saying that there is there, and it's
They just say agenesis of the corpus callosum. That's what the radiologist says.
Okay.
And I think it's just hard to know for sure that on a 21 week, and I'm not a religious fanatic, but I just think it's crazy to do a termination. First of all, you can't do one without the other, and it's crazy. I think you should. I would. I'd roll your dice. I bet you're gonna have 2 normal babies.
I feel that too.
We want to roll our dice very much.
I think so too. I'm like, our gut is seeing that, but I'm trying to be listening to the doctor.
I agree with your gut.
Yeah.
And as of as recent as Tuesday, when the amniocentesis was done. I don't know if you saw they sent her to have an amniocentesis.
That's the other thing. All the other tests, genetic tests that you've done, have all been negative.
Okay,
Right.
we haven't gotten anything.
We got one back today.
It
It was negative.
But yes, when they sent us for that, as recently as Tuesday, we were told again that he's, getting to the point of concerns of the kid's potential for quality of life. And we're very much with you that it's insane to consider terminating a baby that has a chance for a good quality of life at all.
especially if the other baby
and the other
is
baby.
completely normal.
Right, that's what we
And
was
that's
just
our thing.
thinking.
We wouldn't do a complete termination, and we like even in that case, if it was absolutely necessary, we would try to find someone that would do the partial. And we know that's a huge risk to the girl too. So it's like we don't
It's a
even want
risk,
to
right?
consider
It's a
it.
risk to the other baby.
Right. We don't want to do that if it's not absolutely 100% necessary.
It's scary. I don't know.
It's just scary to hear how different of things you have to say or what he had to say.
I mean, I look at it from, obviously from a neurological point of view, and I've seen a fair number of maternal fetal things, and I've had cases from maternal fetal medicine with much worse neurological situations than what your fetus has. And parents decided, they want to have their baby, and if the baby is neurologically impaired, well, we'll deal with it,
Right.
And that's when we knew there was microcephaly. That's when we knew that the brain was underdeveloped, and
Right.
and they said, and I deal with parents and children with disabilities all the time, and it's one thing to sit when you're an OB and predict, and oh my God, how can you take care of someone with disabilities? My whole life I've been dealing with children with neurological issues,
Right.
and this is a really, even if there's agenesis of corpus callosum, you could be normal.
That's what we hear.
Yeah, and we're like I said, we're very much the same. Like with us, it's a matter of, our conversations kind of came down to where we want to have the baby right up until the point where it comes down to us being selfish for our desire to have the kid, where it interferes with compassion if the kid's going to have a miserable existence with no quality of life. But from what you're telling us, that's nowhere near where we're at, and not something that we should even have to be adding into the many concerns.
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. One more question for you. Did you have any notice or any cause for concern for you on the other two areas that he mentioned outside of the corpus callosum? There are two other areas
Angle or
of the brain where he was talking about concern about their development or lack thereof at this point.
First of all, in twin, I was just, the one thing that I was uncomfortable with was that on it's twin B what the problem is, right?
Yes.
So with twin A, he says the ventricles are normal, and with twin B, he just doesn't comment at all on the ventricles.
Gotcha.
I wish he would have commented either they're enlarged or they're small or they're normal, but
Right.
he just didn't say anything about it. So that was a little unsettling. But but to on a 21-week MR to say definite agenesis of corpus callosum, I think it's a stretch.
Well, thank you so much for this information.
Yeah.
And I think it's no guarantees in life, but
Of course.
But I think guess what would I do if you were my daughter and you were pregnant?
I love how he said that though.
Absolutely.
I'd go for it.
Hey guys, so we're done with the appointment. Y'all, this hoodie is so big, it's my big hoodie. So it makes me look extra big, even though I'm gaining weight from this pregnancy. But I feel like this appointment went better than we expected. And he gave us a lot of hope. And that's something we really needed, okay? Like, he gave us so much hope. And y'all, I'm so thankful. Like I said, there's no guarantees that everything is completely fine and he won't have any issues, y'all. But just hearing that from a brain doctor, someone that works with brains and people that have disabilities and all of that stuff, it gave us so much hope. So I want to cry right now. And it's still early. You know, it is still early. The brain is still developing. My baby's still developing. So they said they don't see anything really, you know, on top of the issue at hand. They don't see any other problems with him, okay? So I'm just, y'all, I've been praying so hard. I'm drained. I'm tired. It's raining. Okay, look at it. It's raining. Even though I love the rain sometimes because it relaxes my mind. I'm just praying, y'all, for a miracle that my baby boy will have a normal life and a healthy life, you know? And the fact that he said that, you know, he wouldn't suggest us doing a termination for the baby. Listen, we wasn't even thinking about doing that, but when we would talk to the other doctors, and listen, I'm not saying they don't know what they're doing or know what they're talking about. It's just weird that they were bringing that up so much to us, to the point where we was like, is this really a big option that we, you know, are y'all recommending that? Not saying they recommended it, but they kept bringing it up to the point where it was like, they felt like it was that bad. So with this doctor, he's like, listen, y'all are crazy to even think about that, because he can really have a normal life. This doesn't look as bad as a lot of other brains that he look at all the time, you know? And I'm just like, that's what we need to hear. And like I said, if it's something that's going on that looks horrible, then we need to hear that too. But the fact that what he said is so, like, a lot more different than what the other doctor said, is a little like, wow, you know? And I've been having my gut feeling that my baby boy, if he does have issues, it will be mild. And regardless, we're going to love him. We're going to teach him. We're going to do everything we got to do to make sure he's going to be great in life. But I, like, as a mother, and my intuition, I never felt like it was something that's going to be severe. And like I said, we don't know. Like I said, nobody knows. No, it's never guaranteed how the outcome can be. But my gut is like, no, we're keeping our baby, and I feel like he's going to be okay, you know? His sister looks great. They said she's doing amazing. And with twins, if one is, you know, really hard off and doing bad in the womb, usually it affects the other one. So with the fact that you know, my daughter is doing great in there, and they're saying that she looks amazing, and everything else on my son looks great, it's just that one piece that they see, and they said it was another area to the brain that they waiting to come in, but it's still early, you know, it's only 23 weeks. So I know with time things, you know, start to come in. And they said sometimes you can have a delay in, you know, your brain developing, and maybe that could be the case with him. It's no guarantee. The doctor said even with the findings that he found in this situation, it doesn't look severe. And I am honestly, I want to scream with joy. And listen, like I said, it's no guarantee, but y'all, I'm so hopeful, y'all. I pray so hard, and I always keep my positivity and faith, even through my roughest times, even through my emotional times. It's like, for some reason, I trust in God to deal with it. Yes, I appreciate the doctors and their information, because they know what they're talking about, but the only person have the last say is God. And that's one thing I have faith in, is what he wants for us. And I know that he wanted me to have my beautiful twins. They are my miracle babies, and I'm thankful for them. And I'm feeling just so thankful at this moment, y'all. But like I said, it's still early. We're gonna wait it out, see how it goes. I'm gonna keep you guys updated on everything. We had everything on hold. We wasn't even thinking about no baby shower. We wasn't thinking about the registry. We wasn't thinking about none of that right now, y'all. So that's why I have a lot of people hit me up, even friends and family, like, yo, what's going on? Because we didn't tell everybody, you know. But when we start posting the videos, you know, everybody that we care about should know by then. So yeah, y'all, that's the update for today. I want to say thank you all for, you know, praying for us, for the support, for the love, for the cash apps, for the donations. All of that stuff means so freaking much. You don't have to do any of that. I'm not asking nobody for anything, but we appreciate anything. We appreciate just the love, just watching, and hopefully we can help somebody with our story. This is the reason why I'm posting this, is because I hope, you know, I can help another mother and dad, and me and my fiance can help somebody else with their journey. You know, if they feel like there's no hope, don't give up hope, regardless of what the circumstances is. Sometimes some circumstances is worse than some, and I get that. Not everybody's story is the same. But, you know, sometimes you need somebody to relate to. And I watch a lot of YouTube videos now about, you know, different stories of the same type of situation that I'm dealing with. And there's a lot of hopeful stories, you know. And I thank all the people that comes on YouTube and brave enough to tell their stories and be vulnerable and open, just like I'm doing. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll be back soon with another update, another video, and I appreciate you all. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, press that bell, and follow me on Instagram if you want more updates, because I'll be on there sometimes a little more than YouTube. Love you all. Stay tuned. I'll be back with another video.